Hey there, my name is Sam and today I'll be teaching you my move, Mossflower. The name is inspired by the book series Redwall by Brian Jakes, and today we'll be using the Wisteria deck from Found Playing Cards. This is the second deck from Found and we're happy to bring this to you over on Kickstarter. So if you want to support the campaign and pick up your own deck along with some other exciting add-ons, you can do that down at the link in the description. But until then, I hope you enjoy the tutorial. To start Mossflower, we'll go ahead and get into a Z grip like so. And you will begin to notice as we go through this tutorial that Mossflower has a certain rhythm to it. So it will go down, then up, then down again, and we'll get some rotations and that will all flow together nicely. So for example, on this first move that we're going to do, we're going to transition the move down by moving your right hand down. And while you're doing so, you're going to break off this top packet into two packets between your pointer finger and ring. So again, we're in Z grip. We're going to go down while we make that separation. And then we will reverse the flow to then go up. And while we're going up, we're going to do another transition in this time. And we're going to transfer this middle packet gripped from your pointer finger to your thumb. So we're going to do that. And then we'll go down once again, like so. So we had a nice sort of down, up, down rhythm here. So right here, down while we do that first transition, up to get that second one, and back down. Now once we're here, we're going to then transfer the grip of this packet right here that we broke off from the top, from your thumb to your opposing middle finger, like so. So once we're at the full extension of that second downward motion, change that grip to your middle finger, and then we're going to move up one more time. And this time it's going to cause a nice rotation in that packet. And as we continue to rotate that packet around, we'll get to a point where we can't rotate it anymore. And from there, that'll give us the perfect opportunity to switch the grip to our top middle finger and bottom pointer finger, like here. All right. And then you can release with your ring and middle that were previously grabbing it and continue the rotation, right? And you'll get to about this point, and this is sort of the limit of the clearance of that second rotation. Once you get here, you can keep rotating it by transferring the grip again, this time to your middle finger. Once again, the bottom middle finger. And just continue that rotation around. And so once again, it'll look like this. It's a bit easier to do when you have some flow to it. So again, we get to this point, move it to your middle finger, and that middle finger will sort of just push it right into place there. Okay, so let's get back to that position. Rotate, rotate, and I'm getting caught a little bit. Middle finger sort of just pushes it right back into place there. And we're almost done with the move. So from here, you're actually going to you're going to start the closer, and the closer will follow the same kind of flow. So you're going to transition the grip of this packet from the thumb to the pinky. So you're going to rotate up once again, because that will allow you to start the spinning motion as you transition from your thumb to your pinky. Just carry that rotation around. And at this point, your top hand, whether it's your right or left, will be above this packet in this grip. And from here, we're going to close it fully just by bringing thumbs together, essentially. So your top thumb to your bottom thumb, like so. So from here to there. Let go with your top thumb. Okay, so you're then gripping it like so. And bring your pointer finger back, again with that kind of upward rotation till it's underneath this packet. And then you've closed your move. And so when I do my move, so again, we're getting that flow going. And when I do it, I usually end up with my middle finger just below, or rather on the back edge, because I like to use my middle finger sometimes with this last bit. And if you use your middle finger will usually end up right here, behind the packet. And I like to then just grip the deck in a little bit of a clip and roll it over, as you saw in the intro. But if you don't want to include that little flirt at the end, you can just use your pointer finger to do so. It's up to you. But yeah, so we will now transition over to the sort of over-the-shoulder view. So let's get into that. All right, so let's review where we are with Mossflower so far. So we're going to start in a Z grip, and then we are going to begin the downward motion with our right hand, breaking off this top packet into two with our ring finger. And then we're going to do an upward motion with our right hand, transferring the grip of the middle packet to our thumb, and rotating back down. From there, you're going to take your bottom middle finger, contact this packet here, and you're going to begin that rotation motion until you get to this point. All right. Take your pointer finger and middle finger to grip that packet, and continue the rotation. All right. Get to sort of the limit of that, and use your middle finger to get that packet onto the bottom. I apologize if this isn't too clear. It's a little bit difficult with this move from behind. All right, and then from here we are going to take this middle packet, and we're going to bring our right hand up so that we can change the grip of that packet to our pinky, and continue that all the way around until it closes there. From here, we usually have the packet right here. And now again, I'm sort of teaching two ways for the closer. One is the simple, just use your pointer finger to then close. Or you can close with your middle finger as the sort of contacting point for your right hand as you go under. And if you do your pointer finger, it's a bit easier just to leave it there as the closer. And if you end with your middle finger here, you can again get that clip to rotate over as just a little bit of a flirt at the end for the move. All right, and I'm gonna go over that all one more time again, trying to get a good angle for you from this awkward behind the back view. But again, Z grip, moving down to break off that top packet, back up, transfer your grip, down, and begin your rotation, transfer once again, and bring that packet to the bottom. And finally, bring to your pinky, and up, and then close. And that is Mossflower. And let's move back over to the front view so I can give you just a few final tips on this move. I want to just give you a few quick tips. The biggest tip that I have for you is when you open up in a Z grip, try to have this packet be, I don't know, about 4 or 5 cards, because that will be a lot more stable, especially on newer decks for the rotations. And the same is true for this packet here when you break it off, because if you'll notice, when we start to get the rotations moving, the more cards we have there, and you'll see this as you practice the move, the more cards you have there, the much harder it will be to control. And even right here, you can see they're falling apart a bit, even though I only have about 5 or 6 cards there. And that'll just make it a bit more unsteady, and it'll really limit how much speed you're able to add with this move. And the same is true for this. If you have more cards here, this packet will just be really unstable because it is in a very precarious grip right now. And yeah, I think the final tip that I would have for you is just kind of work on your speed a bit, because while it doesn't need to be a super quick move, with all the transitions, the smoother you can make those and also the faster you can make them, the more fluid the move will be, and it is meant to be to have somewhat of a nice flow to it. So yeah, just add practice like you would with any other move, but especially working on the speed here and the smoothness of those transitions, because then it'll be less choppy. All right, well, that is Mossflower, and good luck practicing it, and I would love to see your progress.